Hi, it's Tina here, and today is my birthday. Yay! Happy birthday to me. But I wanted to give you a gift today on my birthday, and I'm going to make this video available, in fact, all week. The gift that I want to give you is to let you know unreservedly that you have a unique voice, you have a unique message to get out to the audience that you want to serve. And the reason that I really want to get this message out to you is because most other speaker trainers and people who teach public speaking, presentation skills, and how to talk about your business, they tell you that you have to do it a certain way. So there is, follow my perfect webinar formula, follow my perfect webinar script, get this amazing presentation, way of doing things, template, whatever. But you know what? There is no such thing. There is no such thing as the perfect webinar script or presentation script or whatever, because it's impossible. You're different. Everybody's different. Now, if everybody was following the same webinar script, you would end up with all webinars being identical. Okay? You would end up with all presentations and speeches being identical, and guess what? They almost are. You go to any conference and you'll see speaker after speaker after speaker, and it's almost the same speech. They give this great big long-winded story about where they've come from, and how they did what they do and how you can do it too, and all that kind of thing. And while to a certain extent, yes, people want to be inspired, that's not the way that it has to be. Audiences are more concerned with themselves, their life, their problems. They don't really want to hear about you. But when they do want to hear about you, they want it to be real, all right? So the first thing is there are a million different ways of you getting your message out and your story out to your audience. And following one script or one way of doing things is not going to work for everybody. Okay? Because we're all different. We all have different personalities. We all have different ways of doing things. And for you to come across authentic and to really connect with the people who are going to follow you and buy your products and services, they want to know the real you. They want to connect, and they'll only connect with you if you're being yourself, if you're being real. And you can't be real following somebody else's script. Okay, so you do not have to follow one perfect way, because there is no perfect way. Even my way, the way that I do things isn't necessarily going to be right for you. So what I want to do is help people to find their voice. I want to help you find your voice. And what I'm going to be doing is giving people a range of options on how to start and how to finish, what you should have in. And yes, a presentation, whether that's on stage or in a webinar, there's got to be certain ingredients. It's a bit like making a cake, You want the cake has to have certain basic ingredients. And the method that you follow, some things have to be done in a particular order. You can't bake it before you mix them. But that said, the ingredients can be switched out. So if you've got somebody, for example, who's cooking a gluten-free cake or a dairy-free cake, then even then the basic staple ingredients are going to be different. And yes, the way that you decorate it is going to be different. The flavorings you put in are going to be different. And this is the same as presentations, okay? Because otherwise you'd have every cake in the world, for it to be a successful best ever cake, they'd all be the same. No, no. So your presentation has to be different. It has to be delivered in your voice, in your words, in your style, in a way that's going to connect you with your audience. So the gift I want you to take away is that there's no one way of doing things. And also when it comes to you telling your story, the vast majority of speaker trainers and digital marketers and marketing gurus and all the rest of it, they say that when it comes to telling your story, you have to follow the hero's journey. No, you don't. Yes, the hero's journey is successful in filmmaking and in storytelling, but you're not there necessarily to just entertain, and it's not about you. And a lot of times this hero's journey approach leaves a lot of audiences cold. It doesn't always hit the mark. Yes, there are certain times when it is appropriate. Yes, there are certain occasions when it is. But you don't have to have this great big dramatic story saying, oh, when I was 5, this happened to me, and oh, and then I overcame this, and I was faced with that, and no, you don't have to do that. Yes, there will be times when little anecdotes and little stories and things that happen to you, and why you went from here to there, and the obstacles that you overcame to do so. There are times in telling your teaching where it's going to be relevant, but it hasn't got to be a contrived drama story that you tell at a point when the audience as yet are not even interested or remotely bought into listening to you. All right. So anyway, this is just turning out to be longer than I intended it to be. But the gift I want to give you is that you have a unique story to tell. Your story is unique, and it doesn't have to follow the hero's journey. There are other ways of telling that story. And your message, your presentation, your webinar is unique, and it does not have to follow the one perfect webinar or presentation script or formula or whatever that people are telling you. Okay, it's personal. So I want you to take ownership of your own personal message, and if you want my help, the first thing is to join my 5-star speaker group on Facebook. I'll put the link in below this video, and it's free. All right, so and I'll be giving you lots of tips on how you can tell your story in a unique way, in your voice, to your audience. So that's my gift. You're unique. You have a unique voice, so start using it. And I shall see you soon.